I'm reading out of The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and it's from Joseph Murphy. This is a really good book. I'm in the middle of the first chapter. I'm going to continue now, The Conscious and the Subconscious Minds. A wonderful way to begin getting to know the two functions of your mind is to think of it as a garden. You are the gardener. You are planting seeds of thought in your subconscious mind all day long. Much of the time, you are not even aware of doing so because the seeds are based on your habitual thinking. As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and environment. Imagine your subconscious mind as a bed of rich soil that will help all kinds of seeds to sprout and flourish, whether good or bad. If you sow thorns, will you gather grapes? If you sow thistles, will you harvest figs? Every thought is a cause, and every condition is an effect. This is the reason it is so essential that you take charge of your thoughts. In that way, you can bring forth only the desirable conditions. Begin now to sow thoughts of peace, happiness, right action, goodwill, and prosperity. Think quietly and with conviction on these qualities. Accept them fully in your conscious reasoning mind. Continue to plant these wonderful seeds of thought in the garden of your mind. You will reap a glorious harvest. When your mind thinks correctly, when you understand the truth, when the thoughts deposited in your subconscious mind are constructive, harmonious, and peaceful, the magical working power of your subconscious will respond. It will bring about harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, and the best of everything. Once you begin to control your thought processes, you can apply the powers of your subconscious to any problem or any difficulty. You will actually be consciously cooperating with the infinite power and omnipotent law that governs all things. Look around you. Wherever you live, whatever circle of society you are part of, you will notice that most people live in the world without. Those who are more enlightened, however, are intensely involved with the world within. They realize, as you will too, that the world within creates the world without. Your thoughts, feelings, and visualized imagery are the organizing principles of your experience. The world within is the only creative power. Everything you find in your world of expression has been created by you in the inner world of your mind, whether consciously or unconsciously. Once you learn the truth about the interaction of your conscious and subconscious minds, you will be able to transform your whole life. If you want to change external conditions, you must change the cause. Most people try to change conditions and circumstances by working on those conditions and circumstances. This is a terrible waste of time and effort. They fail to see that their conditions flow from a cause. To remove discord, confusion, lack, and limitation from your life, you must remove the cause. That cause is the way you use your conscious mind, the thoughts and images you encourage in it. Change the cause and you change the effect. It is that simple. Change the cause and you change the effect. We all live in an unfathomable sea of infinite riches. Your subconscious is very sensitive to your conscious thoughts. Those conscious thoughts form the matrix through which the infinite intelligence, wisdom, vital forces, and energies of your subconscious flow. Shape that matrix in a more positive direction, and you redirect those infinite energies to your greater benefit. Each chapter of this book gives concrete, specific illustrations of how to apply the laws of your mind. Once you learn to use these techniques, you will experience abundance instead of poverty, wisdom instead of superstition and ignorance, peace instead of inner strife, success instead of failure, joy instead of sadness, light instead of darkness, harmony instead of discord, faith and confidence instead of fear. Could there be any more wonderful set of blessings than these? Most of the great scientists, artists, poets, singers, writers, and inventors have had a deep understanding of the workings of the conscious and subconscious minds. It was this that gave them the power to accomplish their goals. The great operatic tenor Enrico Caruso was once struck with stage fright. Spasms caused by intense fear constricted the muscles of his throat. His vocal cords felt paralyzed, useless. He stood backstage, already in costume, while perspiration poured down his face. In just moments, he was supposed to go out on stage and sing before an eager audience of thousands. Trembling, he said, "I can't sing. They will all laugh at me. My career is finished." He turned to go back to his dressing room. Then, suddenly, he stopped and shouted, "The little me is trying to strangle the big me within." He turned toward the stage again and stood taller. "Get out of here," he commanded, addressing the little me. "The big me wants to sing through me." By the big me, Caruso meant the limitless power and wisdom of his subconscious mind. He began to shout, "Get out, get out, the big me is going to sing." His subconscious mind responded by releasing the vital forces within him. When the call came, he walked out on stage and sang gloriously and majestically. The audience was enthralled. What you have already learned, you can see that Caruso understood the two levels of mind, the conscious or rational and the subconscious or irrational level. Your subconscious mind is reactive. It responds to the nature of your thoughts. Your conscious mind, Caruso's little me, is full of fear, worry, and anxiety. The negative emotions these create in your subconscious mind, the big me, are released. They flood the conscious mind with a sense of panic, foreboding, and despair. When this happens to you, you can follow the example of the great Caruso. You can speak affirmatively and with a deep sense of authority to the irrational emotions generated in your deeper mind. You can say, "Be still. Be quiet. I am in control. You must obey me. You are subject to my command. You cannot intrude where you do not belong." You'll be fascinated to see what happens when you speak authoritatively and with conviction to the irrational movement of your deeper self. Your mind will be flooded with harmony and with peace. The subconscious is subject to the conscious mind. That is why it's called subconscious or subjective. Outstanding differences in modes of operation. The conscious mind is like the navigator or captain at the bridge of a ship. He directs the ship. He sends orders to the crew in the engine room. They in turn control the boilers, instruments, gauges, and so on. The people in the engine room do not know where they are going. They follow orders. They would go on the rocks if the man on the bridge issued faulty or wrong instructions based on his findings with the compass, sextant, and other instruments. The people in the engine room obey him because he is in charge. Because he is supposed to know what he is doing, the members of the crew do not talk back to the captain. They simply carry out his orders. The captain is the master of his ship, and his decrees are carried out. In the same way, your conscious mind is the captain and the master of your ship, your body, your environment, and all your affairs. Your subconscious mind takes the orders you give it, based upon what your conscious mind believes and accepts as true. It does not question the orders or basis on which they are given. If you repeatedly say to yourself, "I can't afford it," your subconscious mind takes you at your word. It sees to it that you will not be in a position to buy what you want. As long as you go on saying, "I can't afford that car, that vacation, that home," you can be sure your subconscious mind will follow your orders. You will go through life experiencing the lack of all these things, and you will believe that circumstances made it so. It will not occur to you that you have created those circumstances yourself by your own negative, denying thoughts. Change your thoughts and you change your destiny. You can do that. You are the captain of your soul and the master. Let me read that again. You are the captain of your soul and the master of your fate. Remember, You have the capacity to choose. Choose life, choose health, and choose happiness. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.